and welcome back to Willow's Witchy Garden. Today I am going to show you how I am going to use this device to trellis my one Paul Robeson tomato that I am growing in a grow bag. I've had to get a little creative. I've ran out of room in my garden for my tomatoes, and I had this Paul Robeson that I had started as a clone from my main plant. And so I went out, and I don't know if you can see it, but let's see if I can get it down here. I have bought a double shepherd's hook along with this that I purchased from Next Level Gardening. And so this is how I am going to trellis my Paul Robeson. So come along, I'm going to show you how I do that today. So this is my Paul Robeson. I did take a clone from my main plant in the garden, and it has grown so rapidly. I did put it in a grow bag because I ran out of room in the garden. I already have installed the shepherd's hook so that I didn't look like an idiot jumping up and down on it on the video, but basically I pushed it into the ground. So let me show you that. Let's just raise this up a little bit so you can see that part. So yes, it's next to the landlord's ugly RV, but I do what I have to do out here. So that's the shepherd's hook. We are going to put this hook on the shepherd's hook, and then we're going to attach it down here onto the tomato plant. And then I have decided that the best way to attach this will be onto the handle here of the bag, because that way it's not going to go anywhere. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put the hook up here, and we are going to now, I have this little plastic clip. I actually bought these at the Dollar Tree, but you can find them on Amazon as well. I don't think Dollar Tree has any more of them. I did shop online at the Dollar Tree, and you'd have to buy like 36 packages. And honestly, buying $36 worth of clips right now is kind of silly, and I don't need any more. So, but if you do want this kind of clip, they sell all kinds of types of clips on Amazon, and you can get bundles of those. But I'm just going to clip this string here onto this tomato plant. I like these clips just because they are very gentle on the stem. But now I'm just going to tie it down here onto the bag. Now, like I said before, I have a double stem on this plant. Now, I normally would have trimmed it down to a single stem, but I missed one of the suckers while it was growing, and so now I have two. But I have a double shepherd's hook, so what I may do is go ahead and put another string on here and another hook, and then I'll just have both of these being trellised up on this one double shepherd's hook. So that may be something I do. But you can see this little guy already has some little tiny tomato buds on it, so it's growing really fast, and I just knew I needed to get it trellised up really quickly. Now I also want to show you what I've had to do to fight my horrible rodent issue out here in the garden with my tomatoes. So here's the organza jungle, but I've wrapped most of the fruit. I ran out of bags, actually. I have so much fruit on these plants that I ran out of organza bags and have purchased more. So I have 100 more coming. I have put 50 on these plants so far, but I was losing so many tomatoes. That plant over there has nothing left. It has some buds on it, but I also bought rat traps, and I really hate to use them. But if I'm going to continue to lose tomatoes, I'm not going to have a choice, and I really hate doing that. I don't like to harm any animals. I really don't. So, you know, it's like asking divine intervention here. What can I do without harming another animal? But I have been having issues even with my peppers. I mean, they've been going after all of my plants. Down there, right there in front of us, That is a Sugar Rush peach pepper. It's one of the hottest ones I have in the garden. And I even had a rodent chew on one of those peppers. Obviously they didn't like it because they did drop it, but they still went after it. And I've seen little nibbles out of other peppers. So I'm really trying to stop this issue, this problem. Yes, I like to work with the wildlife. I don't mind sharing a little bit once in a while, but taking a nibble out, not taking the whole thing, and then just going to the next one and biting a nibble out of that, that's getting a little frustrating. So hopefully I have stopped it. I've also made a really bad smelling spray. Somebody told me that they didn't like hot sauce, so I took a half a bottle of hot sauce, poured it into my spray bottle along with other essential oils that are supposed to keep rodents away. And it smells bad, even to me. And I don't know if it was the spray that stopped them, or the bags that stopped them, or if the horrible thunderstorm we had last night stopped them. But so far this morning, I don't see any extra damage. So here's hoping that this is going to work. So I went back and decided to do the double string method that I had thought about after the fact. So I put 2 of those hooks up here, and let's hope this might work. I'm going to take you in closer so you can see how I have clipped both of those. Let's see if we can get you down in here so you can see that. Yeah, there you go. So both of the main stems now are tied up to this string trellis on a double shepherd's hook. Now this really wasn't that expensive. Yes, maybe for one tomato plant it might be, but I think down the road, if I can do the single stem method, I could put 2 bags of tomatoes there. That way I could string up 2 tomatoes per shepherd hook. I have 2 of these double shepherd's hooks. So I'm hoping that this might be a future idea for when I run out of room, because look at this, guys. This is the kind of situation I'm running into. I've got my tomatoes, I've got some sunflowers on this side of the tomatoes. Luckily the sun is on the other side so that it's not shading my tomatoes. But I have so many tomatoes in this garden. And this is the first year I'm actually getting something out of it, and I'm very excited. So it just makes me want to grow more tomatoes. So hopefully this method will work. Next year I might try some new trellising methods, but until then, this is what I'm going to be working with. Well, I hope you got something out of this video today. Sometimes when we are in an urban garden setting, we have to get creative. We don't have as much room to work with, and sometimes we go a little overboard and plant too many plants. Yeah, I do that as I stand in front of my tomato jungle. But I hope you learned something today. I hope it maybe gave you some ideas on how to trellis your tomatoes in creative ways. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and please leave comments. All of those things help my channel grow and gives me feedback as well, so I know what you like to watch, what you're interested in, and maybe how I can help you more. So don't forget also to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Instagram, it's at Willow's Witchy Garden, and on Facebook you can find me on my page, Willow's Witchy Garden. And until next time, stay healthy and be blessed.